So he grabbed Lex and tossed him on the ground. But Metallo was like, yeah, you done fucked up now. Not the president. So Metallo ran up on Superman and hit him with a 3-piece combo, following up a head slam into a vehicle. But Superman countered that with an uppercut like it's from Mortal Kombat 9. Alright, so the movie starts off showing that the world is fucked. I'm talking people losing their jobs, a nigga scraping for change. Fucked. During this catastrophic event, we had Lex Luthor becoming the president. Yes, the fucking president. Superman's biggest op.
In a completely unrelated story, 22% of Americans now indicate a preference for getting in the with a red-hot poker.
Fast forward in the movie, we had a high-speed chase go off. I don't know why, but this nigga was just speeding. I don't know what he was running from, but my boy almost made a dramatic stop. Luckily, Superman came out of nowhere and saved his dumb ass. But 3 heroes approached him: Power Girl, Captain Atom, and Major Force. For some odd reason, my boy wanted to off himself. Probably because the world was fucked. But anyway, Superman saved him once again.
I'll shoot myself, I swear!
Captain Atom also wants Superman to admit that the world is a better place, but he is not having it. My boy hate for Lex Luthor is strong, but the other heroes believe that Lex Luthor is making the world better. Fast forward, we see a big ass kryptonite the size of a small country heading to Earth, arriving in 7 days. Yes, 7 days. But Lex Luthor had a plan. He had a plan of sending missiles. But Amanda Waller was like, nah, we got all these superpowered motherfuckers, man. I ain't trying to die. But you know, Lex gonna be Lex. He said, nah, fuck these heroes. We gonna do it my way. But later on, we see Lex Luthor talking to the crowd of people, saying that he wants to squash the beef and end the rivalry with Superman. Saying that he wants to meet with Superman, like meet him. Batman and Superman is watching the TV, and you know Superman's gonna be Superman. So he agreed on meeting him. Batman is like, you know it's a trap, right? Saying that he ain't gonna be there if it goes south. But Superman knows Bat too well. Also, I forgot to state that Batman knows about the meteor. So while Superman was heading over there, he was working on a way to stop the meteor. Fast forward, we see Superman talking to Lex Luthor. Superman is like, nigga, what do you want? Lex Luthor started talking about the meteors and how he wants Superman to work for him. But you know, Superman was not having that shit. But Lex was not having it either. And you guessed it, my boy got tricked. My boy Lex brought Metallo with him with a kryptonite on his chest. Had my boy Superman tripping. So he grabbed Lex and tossed him on the ground. But Metallo was like, yeah, you done fucked up now. Not the president. So Metallo ran up on Superman and hit him with a 3-piece combo, following up a head slam into a vehicle. But Superman countered that with an uppercut like it's from Mortal Kombat 9. But he is still struggling because of the kryptonite. Superman rips the tire straight from the same vehicle and throw it at Metallo's forehead. Then he takes that whole vehicle and slams it on top of him, trying to take that boy out the game. But Superman wasn't done. He even sent lasers at the vehicle, blowing it up in the process. My dog was not playing around. Even after all that, Metallo was still standing. He started bum rushing Superman and hit him with a 2-piece, following it up with a Tekken 8 type combo. Had my boy struggling. But Superman was not done yet. He came back with another 2-piece. But Metallo was still standing. Metallo really wanted Superman dead, so he brought out a chainsaw and a hammer. He started swinging at Superman, but Superman dodged on first few hits until Metallo hit one good knee to the chin, making Superman fall straight to the ground. Metallo started stomping Superman with the hammer, like my boy was getting beat. He had Superman in a chokehold, trying to cut him with a chainsaw, but Superman was still fighting back, using his heat vision to escape. So he follows up with a strong ass punch, sending him flying straight into the graveyards. But Metallo still gets up like it was nothing and walking around looking for Superman. But while he was searching, Superman came out of nowhere, throwing a big ass boulder at him. Metallo still got up. At this point, Superman said fuck it and started throwing everything at him. But Metallo was charging at him, making Superman weak once again because of the kryptonite. Metallo had Superman in a chokeslam chokehold. He was struggling. Luckily, Batman came and saved the day, throwing batarangs that had Metallo in shock. Literally. But it did not hold him for long. This time, Metallo had Batman in a chokehold, dragging my boy Batman all over the graveyard. Batman tried throwing a batarang to the kryptonite, but it didn't work. Luckily, Superman lasered Metallo's arm off, saving Batman's life. But in the process, the batarang actually chipped the kryptonite, sending a tiny piece onto the ground. So Metallo said, fuck all that fighting. So he turned his hand into a pistol and used the kryptonite as a bullet, successfully shooting Superman in the process. He had my boy flying straight into the grave. Batman wasn't having it, so he did a front flip off Metallo's back, planting 2 bombs in the process, blowing Metallo up. While Batman was in the grave, helping Superman take the kryptonite straight out of his chest, that boy Metallo was reconfiguring his whole body.